What's going on everyone, Mike here, and in this video I'm going to compare the specs of the newly launched iPhones, the top of the line iPhone 5S and the more affordable iPhone 5C. There are a few things similar on these two devices. They both have 4-inch screens, they are pretty much of the same size, and they run iOS and all the apps within Apple's ecosystem. But here's what sets them apart. Let's start with the looks. The iPhone 5S carries from the design of the iPhone 5 with a slender metal and glass body, the same form factor, chamfered edges and pretty much the same buttons and ports lined on the sides. The iPhone 5C ditches the aluminum case for a glossy polycarbonate plastic body, available in a handful of lively colors, something I'm sure many of you will appreciate despite losing the premium feel. At the same time, the iPhone 5C is thicker and heavier than the 5S, but in practice you probably won't actually feel the difference. In fact, you might even like more how the 5C feels in hand, thanks to its rounded edges and grippier backplate. Then there's the hardware. The iPhone 5C packs the same platform as the iPhone 5, with an Apple A6 processor, while the 5S bundles what we expected of it, an incremental upgrade, with a new 64-bit Apple A7 processor and an M7 dedicated Motion co-processor. That's still a dual-core CPU, but clocked higher, and given the improved graphics and what looks like 2GB of memory included, the 5S should outperform all the iPhones we've seen before in benchmarks. In practice though, there shouldn't be an obvious speed difference between the 5S and the 5C. Yes, loading stuff will take longer on the 5C, but the vast majority of games, apps and multimedia content should work smoothly on both these devices. You should also know that neither of these phones offer a way to expand the internal storage space, so you're stuck with what you're getting in the beginning. So choose carefully between the 16 and 32GB versions available for both of these, or the 64GB version of the iPhone 5S. As for the screens, well, on a first look they are identical on the two new iPhones. We're talking about 4-inch IPS displays with 1136 by 640 pixel resolution. Rumors claimed an IXO panel on the iPhone 5S, but they were not confirmed by the final product. And then we get the cameras. Both devices feature HD-capable front shooters, sharp and good enough for FaceTime calls or Hangouts, plus 8-megapixel main cameras on the back. However, there's physically a larger sensor on the iPhone 5S, with a wider f2.2 lens and improved flash, and that will make the 5S a more capable performer in poor light conditions. Also, the new top iPhone will be able to record 720p clips at up to 130 frames per second and offers improved image stabilization. The 5C inherits the capable sensor we've seen on the iPhone 5, which can't exactly match the one on the 5S, but is still overall one of the best I've ever seen on a smartphone. Anyway, we'll have to wait for the review units before drawing conclusions. For now though, there are some other details worth mentioning here. Let's take the connectivity options. Both iPhones will support 4G LTE speeds and offer Bluetooth and wireless. However, the 5S bundles a fingerprint reader as well, embedded within the redesigned home button, and you can use it to quickly unlock your phone or log in on various websites and applications. On the bottom edge of these two devices, you'll notice that there's only one speaker grill on the iPhone 5C, while there are two on the 5S flanking the Lightning port. However, that's only for design purposes, as there's only one speaker on both of these. Then there's the battery life, where the iPhone 5S promises to slightly outlast the 5C, mostly due to its more efficient hardware, as the battery hasn't gotten any larger from what we know right now. But don't expect wonders, in practice both these phones will only last through the day with average use. All in all, the iPhone 5S is a faster and sleeker device, with a few extra features and fine touches. However, the plastic iPhone 5C is the more affordable of the two, as it will start in the US at about $550 off contract, while the 5S will sell for $650 and up. In other words, you can get the 5C for $100 less than what you'd pay for the 5S. Is that a deal worth taking? Well, that's up to you to decide, but it doesn't sound that good to me. Overall, based on what we know right now, the 5C is the poorer relative of the 5S, with a plastic body, slower hardware and slightly fewer features and tweaks. But hold your panties for now and wait for the reviews before drawing conclusions. I'll have those on the channel very soon, and also have some more in-depth comparison between these two new iPhones. Thus, make sure to subscribe to the channel if you don't want to miss those or any of my future videos, and I'll catch you again very soon.